Hello, I am currently in my cabin on the Pont-Avon ship with Brittany Ferries, and we are sailing from Plymouth to Santander. We are in a disabled cabin, which means it's easy to get the electric wheelchair in and out of the whole cabin, and the bathroom has a ramped access, so there's no big step or anything like that. And I thought it might be fun to bring you along on this little mini cruise. It's just one night, and show you how it is to be in a wheelchair on a Brittany Ferries ferry. So I think I'll probably show you around the cabin, take you out for some dinner with us. So welcome to the disabled cabin on Brittany Ferries Pont-Avon. So that is actually a ladder, because this can actually be a 4-berth cabin, which is very useful if you're travelling as a group of 4 as a family with a disabled person. And then you have quite a wide entrance, and the door behind me is actually automatic and stays open for 15 seconds once you've opened it, allowing you to get in and out, which is quite useful, except when you're sitting up in bed and everybody's walking past. Not so great. So I could just fit my chair nicely in there. Lovely vanity unit, which you can easily move the chair out the way. The first bed actually starts as a sofa. We've already had it pulled down. Usually we have to ask someone to do that for us. It's really tough, which I would say is problematic if you're disabled to have something so difficult, but you can always find someone to help. And there's no table there, which is really silly because you haven't got anywhere to put anything. So that's not ideal either, but there's lots of space. Sometimes I have slotted my wheelchair in there in the past so I can transfer straight out onto the bed. The view is not great, as it's out onto the bottom of the lifeboat. That's the port. I've actually forgot to film this on the way out, so that is Santander port rather than Plymouth, but all ports look fairly similar. And then when we're at sea, you can see the sea. Apparently you can see me in the glass too, so that is the view. People walk past, so even if I didn't have light sensitivity, would definitely be keeping the curtains closed. And then around here is the bed I will be using tonight. It's got the bars, very handy. Thankfully has a little table, although somewhat taken up by the box to control the sound of the announcements. Main light switch for the room, so the little light switch there. This is the emergency buzzer, which is quite covered over, so you can't actually knock it in the night, which is really useful. And then over here, what happens when we do this? Oh, no. That was supposed to open. Oh, there we go. That's opening the door, you can see, automatically. Come in. And I don't think that did actually open automatically. Off you go if I don't cut this bit out of the video. Oh dear.
I'll wait until it closes.
Yeah. So yeah, not sure if that's worked or not, but I'm not going to try it again because I don't want to wait for the door to open and close. Then we have the mirror. So full-length mirror, always handy. And then inside is the little ramp going in and out of the bathroom. Sure, it's accessible with a wheelchair. I just use my stick. And then, yeah, just what would you'd expect, a bigger bathroom than usual for the ferries, of course, because you've got to be able to get the wheelchair in. Loo, hairdryer, sink. Shower's actually really good. I don't really use the shower on the ferries, but Mum does, and quite enjoys having a bigger shower space than just sort of the usual cabins. And so yes, that is the ferry. That is the ferry. That is the room on the ferry. The TV, which you can never seem to get any of the English channels, even though they profess to have them, which is, one of those things. And oh yes, there is, of course, the trusty thermostat to control the temperature. Not at wheelchair height, but you could reach up and get it if you needed to. So yeah, that is the room, and I hope you find that very useful information for if anybody is thinking of travelling on Brittany Ferries on the Pont-Avon and you want to know what the rooms are like. On the ferry we travelled from Portsmouth to Santander, the disabled rooms were like luxury rooms. They were so much bigger than this. The bed wasn't a pull down sofa. There was 2 twin beds. There was loads and loads of space, and it was just a bit nicer. Even the bathroom was a bit bigger, but it does its job for one night from Santander to Plymouth or Plymouth to Santander. We are waiting to get our passports checked after the ferry. You can just see the sea, and you can also smell the amazing smell of the sea, which is really lovely after coming off the boat. It smells like holidays. Shame the sun isn't shining, but it's really warm. It's about 25 degrees. And we're just sitting, waiting quietly. We've got through passport control really quickly. Usually we're about an hour before we get off on our journey, but it's been hasn't even been half an hour, I don't think, has it, Mum? No. You make me crazy like a kaleidoscope, blurring my vision, lead me on with invisible rope. You got me gliding on a downward slope, but I keep playing, baby. Here we go, here we go. My eyes don't want to see. I'm living in a fading fantasy, but I don't want to leave. I'm in this little world of you and me. It is about 2 hours and 45 minutes later, and we have arrived at our first stop on our road trip down to our apartment in Spain, which is in a town called Lerma. It's a historical town, it's sort of a walled town, and we're staying in the Parador. And as you saw from the drive up, the Parador is the building that was in front of us when we parked, and it's absolutely stunning. It's a ducal palace that's been turned into a hotel. It's part of the Parador group in Spain, and it is just the most wonderful place to stay. And I look forward to showing you around the hotel a bit more in a minute. See, isn't it absolutely stunning? So I've just come around the side of the front, and I will just go up this lovely ramp. In Spain, everything is so disabled friendly. See? There we go. Oh, it's just stunning here. And then into the lovely, beautiful Parador. And here we are going to check into reception. I really like the wooden panelling on the reception desk here. So this is our accessible room. I will show you downstairs later, but it was a bit chaotic. So beautiful tiles around the doors. In we go. Lots of space for the wheelchair. Lovely room with twin beds. I'll show you the view out of the window, which is really nice because it is off the square. Even with the cars, it's really pretty here. I've had a little rest, so I thought I would finish showing you around the room to show you how accessible this room is. See, the normal rooms in the hotel are a bit different, but I'm sure they're decorated very similarly. I'm so tired, brain fog. So here we go. By the door you've got this big cupboard space, and I will just show you what's inside. To get these doors, luckily they're really easy. Okay. Safe, glasses, and the mini bar. And then on the other side is the actual wardrobe. So I'll just give you a little sneak peek about how accessible this is. Oh, that's a bit heavier this side. Yeah, what's so cool is that it has a light inside of it, so you don't have to turn on the full lights to get in. And even handier, it has got this rail which you can just pull down. Ooh, that's difficult while you're filming, to the level you need it, so it can come all the way down. I won't do that right now. And then it just easily goes back up. But that's really helpful because obviously when you're sitting in a wheelchair, you can't reach to put things on, so that's really, really handy. And then I'll just show you the bathroom, which is just handily here. The aircon control is a bit high. I can just about reach it from my chair, but it would be better if it was lower set like the light switches. But anyway, we move. So this is the door. There's about 5 different light settings you can have in the bathroom. Here, lovely big mirror. Hi guys. This is really useful. There's loads of room under the sink to get your legs if you're in a wheelchair, or if sometimes I'm just using my stick around the hotel room, I will swap to this little stool and I'll just pop it under the sink and I can easily wash my hands, wash my face, do whatever I need to do, brush my teeth. That's really helpful, so I'm glad they put that in. And before you say, oh, isn't that just the shower stool? No, no, no. If you hadn't noticed, oh yeah, bars, before I go on to that, bars around the loo, really, really handy. This is the shower and it is pretty cool. There we go. So there we go. It's quite easy once you get the knack. But in the shower we have this first part with the chair which folds down, all the toiletries you need. Round the corner you have a second, they're both rain showers with handheld showers. We have the second shower. Accessible shower, non-accessible shower. So if you don't need the accessible shower and you want to be further into the shower, you can use that side, or if you're me, I use that side. But it's nice for the carer or the partner or the friend or whoever's with the disabled person to not feel like they have to compromise in any way, and equally the person that is disabled doesn't have to compromise in any way either. Got the hairdryer right there as well, so that's a bit tricky to reach. If say you were disabled and on your own, I'm not sure, you'd definitely have to take the hairdryer and move it into the bedroom, as there isn't another low switch here. But I think overall it's a pretty good accessible bathroom. Like, there could be a few changes made. There is of course the emergency cord by the loo to pull if you need any help from the hotel in an emergency. And as I say, there's multiple different lighting settings, which if you have light sensitivity, really, really helpful. This is a very, very good accessible bathroom and a very, very good accessible room. That's the little tour I've done from you. Obviously I showed you the bedroom earlier, which we've settled into now. Yeah, so I will definitely try and take you down for dinner with us. We're probably just going to eat in the bar because I don't feel like sitting in the smarter restaurants. And there's 2 restaurants here. There's a smart restaurant and then there's a sort of all-day restaurant, which I can't actually get into because there's steps, but the bar area is stunning and I'll show you later. But they let us eat from the other restaurant in the bar area because I'm disabled, which is really kind of them. So I'll definitely show you that area later on. We are currently at the bar in the Parador and I'll give you a quick tour with my camera. It is so beautiful and stunning here. It's also really cool in the heat, which is really nice, and we are going to order food. The restaurant, or the more casual restaurant, is actually just behind me. One day I would really like to try this special restaurant here because the food is just excellent at all the Paradors and the restaurant here looks really beautiful. I just wanted to say there is actually an absolutely beautiful tapestry in this room. It's just over there. So stunning and so large. It kind of looks like it should be in a museum. And in fact, this whole place is a place where people just come off the street and look around the central areas because it's got statues and paintings. So it's like a mini museum here that you can just come and look at even if you're not staying in the Parador. So it's a really, really lovely place to be and have a look around. We have got hamburguesas, in other words, veal hamburgers, and mine's gluten-free and dairy-free, and mum is just the normal, so it's got bacon and cheese. It looks very yummy. So we're back in the room after dinner, and I've just had a shower with help from mum. It's more clean after travelling, and it feels nice. Also, my back and my head, my neck was really sore, so there's no facility to have a massage at this hotel, even if I wanted one. So sometimes just really hot shower really helps, and it has helped it calm down a bit, but it is not something I would usually attempt having a shower on a day as well as doing something out of the house, especially, but it's just the circumstances. I needed to wash my hair and I needed to soothe my back, so I had to sort of push on through. But I really just wanted to end this section of the vlog because it probably ended quite abruptly after dinner. Tomorrow we are driving from Lerma, which is near Burgos, above Madrid, around Madrid and all the way down to a place called Albacete. And hopefully I will get a good night's sleep, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Good night. It is day 3 of my travelling, and as you can see behind me, I am still in Lerma. We haven't left the hotel yet, and there's this sort of hustle and bustle, the morning hustle and bustle of the square behind me. And I think it's going to be about 30-35 degrees today, so it's going to be a long, hot drive.
What you doing? You make me crazy like kaleidoscope, blurring my vision, leave me on with invisible rope. You give me just enough to hold out hope, but I keep playing, baby, here we go. You make me crazy like kaleidoscope, blurring my vision, leave me on.
Made it to the room. We're in a lovely superior room on the first floor. They very kindly held 2 rooms for us. As there's no accessible room, I couldn't book an accessible room. I could only book a superior room, which is lovely because it comes with a balcony. And they held a superior room that was downstairs but doesn't have a balcony or a terrace, and it was a king bed rather than a twin. And then they said, there is the upstairs with the balcony with the twin beds and a bath, no shower. Unfortunately, it's not an adapted bathroom, so we were very much looking forward to having the balcony. So we're in the balcony room, which is really lovely, and I thought I'd just give you a really, really quick tour for you to see what it's like, but it is really lovely here. So I'll start. Here's the balcony, the view from the balcony out into the lovely grounds, and we have, I don't feel well enough to open the doors, but we have a little chair and table. So this is the rest of the room. Let me make it a wider view for you. So there we've got the twin beds, TV and everything. It's very smart, but it's sort of oldie woldy. It's very clean, it's immaculate, it's comfortable. This is the third time we've been here, so the staff know us quite well. And I'll just nip through. This is the big corridor. There's not much of interest in the cupboards to show you. They're not adapted or anything. And then this is the bathroom. So we've got a double sink and of course my little stool that I can use. That's obviously in lots of the rooms. Here's the bath with a shower. Gonna bring me a special bath chair stool thing for me to use. But yeah, it's very pleasant, very nice. It's lovely here, and we always really enjoy staying here. It's such a nice vibe. I think the journey took us 5.5 hours with a stop. We got stuck in a bit of traffic. The journey without a stop should have been about 4 hours and 20 minutes. But yes, here we are finally, and we can stay here till midday tomorrow. There's a swimming pool it's accessible with a special chair, but I really don't think I'm well enough to attempt that, which is such a shame. I think I'll just stick to being in the room. Now I'm going to have a cup of tea or coffee and some biscuits, some delicious biscuits that I bought on the ferry. Yeah, I always want these, I covet them. So, and the only place I can find them is on Brittany Ferry. So if anybody has seen them in England, do let me know. We are just about to leave the room and actually pop to the bar for a morning coffee. You can stay in the room till midday at the Parador, so it's really nice. And we only have about an hour and 45-minute drive to our apartment. So even though I'm really tired, it's kind of an easier day.
I'm living in a fading fantasy, but I don't want to leave. I'm in this little world of you and me. You give me too much attention. Oh, and you use it like a weapon. Oh, it's a hell of heaven. Wish I knew it. What you doing? You make me crazy like a kaleidoscope, blurring my vision, lead me on with invisible rope. You give me just enough to hold out hope, but I
We've ordered coffee in the bar. You have got cafe con leche, and I have got Americano, both decaffeinated. So we're going to enjoy those now.
invisible rope. You got me gliding on a downward slope.
On tostadas with tomato. Oh, it's very difficult to do this while I'm filming. We are leaving Albacete, the Parador at Albacete, not on a jet plane, but in our little red car to go to our apartment.
But I keep looking, baby, here we go.
It's a long old drive, this, isn't it? From the roundabout down to the gates. Oh, the Jaconda trees are not purple anymore, they're just green. Mind you, they were just going over when we left last time, weren't they?
Yeah.
Here we go.
We made it! So thank you so much for watching this vlog, and if you'd like to like, comment and subscribe, I'll see you very soon. Bye!